Have you ever wondered why certain seemingly insignificant events end up changing the entire course of your life? What if every twist of fate, whether filled with joy or shadowed by sorrow, carried a hidden purpose meant to guide you toward inner peace? In the timeless wisdom of Buddhism, nothing happens by chance. Every event is interwoven with cause and effect and steeped in meaning. Today, I invite you to embark on a journey of discovery, where we learn to see life through the transformative lens of impermanence, karma, and mindful letting go. Our modern world bombards us with the idea that we must hold on tightly to every moment of happiness and desperately avoid any hint of pain. Yet the Buddha taught us that clinging to anything, whether a cherished memory, a material possession, or even our identity, only deepens our suffering. Instead, he showed us that life is a constant flow, much like a river that changes its course with every twist and turn. When we open our eyes to the truth that every experience, no matter how challenging, is a stepping stone toward growth, we begin to find that inner balance and clarity. Imagine that every setback you've encountered, every moment of despair, was not a random misfortune but a gentle invitation to look deeper. Picture a life where you are not defined by your losses but are enriched by the lessons hidden within them. This is not just an abstract idea, it is a practical, everyday pathway to transformation. As we delve into the core Buddha's teachings today, you will discover how understanding impermanence and karma can liberate you from the chains of attachment. In doing so, you will not only find the strength to face adversity but also the inspiration to embrace every fleeting moment as a precious opportunity for growth. So, let us take a deep breath and step forward together into this exploration of wisdom, where every trial becomes a lesson and every joy is savored in the fullness of the present moment. Get ready to transform your perspective and ignite the spark of inner peace, knowing that your journey is uniquely yours and every moment is a chance to awaken a deeper, more compassionate you. Let me tell you the story of Maya, a young professional who, like so many of us, felt weighed down by endless failures and crushing self-doubt. Maya's days were a blur of missed opportunities and internal battles. Every setback at work, every unfulfilled expectation, seemed to confirm the whispering voice inside her. You're not enough. The accumulation of these experiences left her isolated, her hope dimming under the heavy burden of relentless worry. One evening, after an especially discouraging day, Maya found herself alone in a quiet park. The gentle patter of raindrops and the rustling of leaves provided a soft backdrop to her inner turmoil. As she sat there, the phrase "everything happens for a reason" echoed in her mind, a simple yet profound teaching she had once heard from a wise mentor. In that reflective moment, Maya's perspective began to shift. Instead of succumbing to despair, she became curious. Could it be that her struggles were not punishments, but opportunities in disguise? Motivated by this newfound spark, Maya started exploring the ancient teachings of Buddhism. She discovered that her suffering was rooted in her attachments, her desperate need to cling to fleeting moments of happiness, and her deep-seated fear of loss. The Buddha taught that nothing is permanent. Every relationship, emotion, and circumstance flows in and out of our lives like the tide. This revelation was both humbling and liberating. Maya realized that her setbacks were not definitive failures but rather transient tests of resilience, stepping stones on the path towards self-discovery. Slowly, Maya began to reinterpret her life's challenges. When failure knocked on her door, she learned to see it as a valuable lesson rather than a crushing defeat. When anxiety crept in, she met it with gentle curiosity instead of harsh self-judgment. This shift in perspective gradually transformed her inner world. She started asking herself, "What can I learn from this?" instead of blaming herself for every misfortune. In doing so, she unlocked a deeper sense of purpose and began to embrace her journey with an open heart. Maya's story is a reminder to all of us that our struggles are not signs of weakness or indicators of a doomed fate. They are invitations to look within and to discover the hidden lessons in every experience. Each of us, at some point, has felt overwhelmed by life's challenges. Yet, by opening our minds to the possibility that every obstacle is a stepping stone toward growth, we can begin to see that the universe is gently guiding us toward our true potential. Let Maya's journey inspire you to embrace your own hardships as opportunities for transformation. And trust that, indeed, everything happens for a reason. Impermanence is the very pulse of life, a truth that both humbles and liberates us. In Buddhist teachings, nothing remains static. Every emotion, every relationship, and every experience is in constant flux. When we cling to the illusion that happiness is permanent or that pain will vanish if we simply hold on, we set ourselves up for inevitable suffering. Yet, when we learn to embrace impermanence, we open our hearts to a transformative freedom. Imagine a river that flows steadily, never pausing to grip onto the same shape. The water adapts to every bend, obstacle, and change in the landscape, moving effortlessly with the current. In much the same way, our lives are a continuous journey, with moments of joy and sorrow intermingling as they pass. Like the river, we are invited to let go of our attachments and to flow with life's natural rhythm. Consider the beauty of autumn. As leaves turn vibrant shades of red, orange, and gold, they eventually fall, making space for new growth in the spring. This seasonal dance reminds us that every ending is merely a prelude to a new beginning. When we accept that nothing lasts forever, we learn to appreciate the present moment, knowing that its fleeting nature makes it all the more precious. This understanding does not mean we should become indifferent or detached. Rather, it encourages us to live fully and mindfully. By accepting impermanence, we free ourselves from the relentless pursuit of permanence, which often leads to disappointment and sorrow. Each moment, whether filled with delight or tinged with grief, carries its own unique lesson. When we allow ourselves to witness these moments without clinging or resistance, we cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. Mindfulness meditation offers us a powerful way to experience impermanence firsthand. As we sit quietly and observe our thoughts and feelings, we see them arise, evolve, and eventually fade away just as clouds drift across the sky. In that simple act of observation, we are reminded that every sensation is temporary, and we find the strength to let go. Let us choose to welcome change as an essential part of our journey. Embrace impermanence, and you will discover that your heart grows lighter, your mind clearer, and your spirit more resilient. Each passing moment is an invitation to live with deeper awareness, gratitude, and acceptance, a true liberation from the chains of attachment. Karma is the natural law of cause and effect, a powerful reminder that every action, word, and thought plants a seed that will one day bear fruit. Unlike the notion of fate, karma teaches us that we are the co-creators of our own lives. Just as gravity acts on every object, so too does our energy. Both positive and negative shape the reality we experience. Imagine throwing a stone into a calm lake. The ripples spread far and wide, gradually altering the surface of the water. Our actions work in much the same way. Even the smallest gesture can create ripples that influence our future and the lives of those around us. When you plant a seed of kindness, compassion, or honesty, you set into motion a series of events that will eventually return to you in the form of blessings and opportunities. Conversely, harboring negative thoughts or engaging in harmful behaviors sows seeds of discord that may bear bitter fruit. Consider the simple parable of the apple tree. If you plant an apple seed, you eventually harvest apples. If you plant a seed of thorns, the result will be prickly and painful. This is not a matter of divine reward or punishment. It is simply the natural unfolding of cause and effect. Karma reminds us that we have the power and the responsibility to choose the seeds we plant in our lives. Yet, karma is not always instantaneous. Sometimes the effects of our actions may take time to manifest. This delay can be frustrating, leading us to question the fairness of the process. But the Buddha taught that karma unfolds according to its own natural timing, influenced by countless past actions and present choices. This understanding invites us to let go of the blame game and instead focus on nurturing positive habits from this very moment forward. Embracing the law of karma means taking personal responsibility for our lives. It means recognizing that our current circumstances are the result of both past actions and the choices we make today. Every decision, every kind word, every thoughtful gesture is an opportunity to sow a seed of goodness. And even when we falter, we can always choose to act with greater wisdom and compassion in the future. So, ask yourself, what seeds are you planting in your life today? Are you nurturing thoughts and actions that will eventually bloom into a garden of peace, love, and success? Or are you caught in the cycle of negativity, unknowingly paving the way for future suffering? Remember, you have the power to change your destiny, one small, mindful choice at a time. By consciously choosing to plant seeds of positivity, you not only transform your own life but also contribute to a more harmonious world. Embrace karma as a guiding principle, and let it empower you to create the life you truly desire. Attachment is at the core of our suffering. We often believe that our happiness depends on holding onto people, possessions, or even specific outcomes. I need this relationship to be perfect. I need this job to secure my future, we tell ourselves. But when what we cling to inevitably changes or disappears, the resulting loss creates profound pain. There is a critical difference between genuine love and possessiveness. True love is liberating. It allows both you and the other person to flourish freely. In contrast, attachment is like trying to hold onto the scent of a flower long after it has bloomed. You may savor its fragrance for a moment, but if you try to trap it, you end up stifling the very beauty you cherish. When we cling too tightly, we set ourselves up for suffering. The Buddha taught that our attachment to impermanent things is the root of our distress. When we demand that happiness should last forever, or that hardships vanish instantly, we create expectations that reality can never fulfill. In doing so, we invite disappointment, frustration, and inner turmoil. The key to breaking this cycle is learning to let go, gently releasing our grip on that which we cannot hold forever. This does not mean we become indifferent or stop caring. Rather, it is about cherishing each moment, while accepting that all things must change. Like a river that flows without restraint, we too can learn to experience life fully without becoming enslaved by our attachments. Imagine a delicate flower that, despite its beauty, must eventually fade and give way to new blooms. If you try to force it to remain unchanged, you rob it and yourself of the natural cycle of growth and renewal. In the same way, by releasing our need to control every outcome, we create space for new possibilities and deeper contentment. So, ask yourself, what attachments are weighing you down? How might your life change if you embrace the freedom of letting go? When you learn to release your grip on impermanence, you find that true happiness is not in holding on but in living fully in each moment. Acceptance is not about resignation. It is the art of acknowledging life as it is without resisting what cannot be changed. In our fast-paced world, we often find ourselves fighting against the inevitable, wasting energy on outcomes beyond our control. Yet, as the Buddha reminds us, true liberation comes when we learn to accept each moment with equanimity and grace. Imagine standing in a torrential downpour. You can either struggle against the rain, letting it drench you with frustration, or you can open your arms and allow it to wash over you, cleansing and renewing your spirit. Acceptance is that gentle surrender, A recognition that while you cannot control the weather, you can choose how you respond to it. A farmer once lost his prized horse, and his neighbors lamented his misfortune. The farmer, however, simply said, "Who knows if this is good or bad?" Soon after, the horse returned, bringing with it a herd of wild horses. Once again, the neighbors celebrated his newfound fortune, but the farmer remained calm, knowing that life's outcomes are ever-changing. This parable teaches us that what seems like a setback can transform into an opportunity, and vice versa. It is our reaction that determines our inner peace. Acceptance is not passivity, it is an active engagement with reality. It means using our energy wisely, responding to challenges with clear-sightedness instead of reactive anger or despair. When you learn to accept life's unfolding, you free yourself from the burden of resistance. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" By letting go of the need to control every detail, you open yourself to the possibility of growth. In this state of mindful acceptance, every setback becomes a lesson, every disappointment a chance to cultivate resilience. Embrace the wisdom of surrender, and trust that each moment, no matter how painful, carries the potential for renewal. This transformation begins with a single decision to live in harmony with life's rhythms, accepting both the beauty and the impermanence of every experience. Every hardship we endure holds a hidden lesson, waiting for us to uncover its wisdom. When faced with failure, loss, or rejection, it is natural to ask, "Why me?" Yet, a shift in perspective reveals that these challenges are not punishments but stepping stones toward growth. Think of adversity as a harsh yet wise teacher, offering insights that only come from confronting our deepest vulnerabilities. Consider the metamorphosis of a butterfly struggling to emerge from its cocoon. That struggle, though painful, is essential. It strengthens the butterfly's wings for the flight ahead. In much the same way, our own struggles prepare us for greater heights. The key is to ask, "What can I learn from this moment?" rather than lamenting its difficulty. When we adopt an attitude of curiosity and gratitude, every setback becomes an opportunity to evolve. Reflect on moments when you experienced failure at work or loss in personal relationships. Over time, these experiences may reveal hidden strengths, resilience, creativity, and a deeper capacity for empathy. Instead of clinging to bitterness, allow yourself to see each obstacle as a mirror reflecting lessons that can lead you to a more authentic and empowered version of yourself. The transformation begins when you shift your inner dialogue from "Why is this happening to me?" to "What is this teaching me?" In doing so, you create a space for new insights, turning every difficulty into a catalyst for positive change. Embrace your struggles as necessary chapters in your life story, each one contributing to the narrative of growth and self-discovery. Let the lessons learned in adversity fuel your journey toward greater wisdom and compassion. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present, the practice of immersing yourself in the moment without distraction or judgment. In a world that constantly pulls our attention toward regrets of the past or worries about the future, mindfulness is a lifeline that anchors us in the here and now. It reminds us that the present is the only moment we truly have, and that every second is an opportunity to experience life in its purest form. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise, without becoming entangled in them. You become a witness to the inner workings of your mind, seeing clearly that even the most intense feelings are transient. This simple awareness transforms the way you relate to your experiences, turning habitual reactions into conscious responses. Rather than being swept away by the currents of stress or sorrow, you cultivate a steady, calm center from which to navigate life. Imagine savoring each bite of a meal, feeling the texture and taste without distraction. Picture taking a leisurely walk, truly noticing the sound of your footsteps and the beauty of your surroundings. These practices, though small, create profound shifts in your state of being. They open your heart to gratitude and foster a deep appreciation for the miracle of life unfolding moment by moment. Mindfulness empowers you to break free from the endless loop of worry and regret. When you are fully present, you can see that the past is a memory and the future a possibility, not a burden to carry. This liberation allows you to live with more intention, clarity, and joy. It is in the practice of mindfulness that you discover the path to true inner peace, where each moment is a gift to be cherished. Integrating mindfulness into your daily routine is a powerful way to transform your life. Start your day with 3 mindful breaths. As soon as you wake, take 3 slow, deep breaths, each inhale filling you with calm and each exhale releasing tension. This simple ritual grounds you and sets a positive tone for the day ahead. Throughout the day, create small pauses to reconnect with your inner self. Before responding to an email or while waiting in line, use those 5 seconds to close your eyes, observe your breathing, and reset your mind. These micro breaks can prevent impulsive reactions and nurture a sense of calm amidst the chaos of modern life. When you are on the move, whether riding public transportation or walking outside, resist the urge to constantly check your phone. Instead, take a moment to appreciate your surroundings. Feel the rhythm of your steps and breathe deeply. These practices help you cultivate an awareness that anchors you in the present, making every moment count. In the evening, set aside a few minutes for reflection. Review your day by noting one positive experience and one valuable lesson learned from any challenge you faced. Writing these insights in a journal reinforces your growth and keeps you connected to your mindful journey. Remember, every small mindful action contributes to a greater ripple effect. As you nurture these habits, you not only enhance your well-being but also positively influence those around you. Your calm, intentional living becomes a source of inspiration, planting seeds of kindness and mindfulness in the world. In conclusion, remember that nothing in life happens by accident. Every experience, whether filled with joy or marred by pain, carries a profound lesson. The Buddhist principles of impermanence, karma, and non-attachment invite us to view our lives as a series of interconnected moments, each one a stepping stone on the path to inner peace. You do not need to be a monk or a spiritual guru to apply these teachings. By opening your heart, practicing mindfulness, and consciously choosing to let go of attachments, you empower yourself to transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Each mindful breath, each moment of acceptance, is a step toward creating a life filled with purpose, resilience, and compassion. So, I invite you to start today. Dedicate 5 minutes each morning to meditation. Pause before each decision to center yourself, and reflect on one lesson learned every day. Share your experiences with others, and join a community of like-minded individuals committed to living mindfully. Remember, you are the architect of your own destiny. Plant the seeds of positivity now, and watch as they bloom into a life of peace and fulfillment. You are unique, and your journey is significant. Embrace it fully, and let your every moment be a testament to the transformative power of living in the present. Start now, and step boldly into a future of endless possibility.